This gritty underground legend is back to close out his God trilogy. What is good, y'all? It's your boy Mixtape Moth. If you are rocking with this content, go ahead and smash that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't. But today I'm going to be hitting y'all with my thoughts on this new one from Vinnie Paz entitled God Sent Vengeance. So this unsung veteran MC from the Philadelphiatic streets is a pioneer on the underground scene who has consistently been putting out well put together solo projects for years. Now, of course, we know Vinnie Paz for his work with Jedi Mind tricks, also the Army of Pharaohs Collective, and other collaborations. But Vinnie Paz, he doesn't typically disappoint with the solo drops. In 2024, he had released the Jacinto's Praying Mantis EP, a project that I did not get to review, but I recalled enjoying the dynamic production. But this new one, God Sent Vengeance, is Vinnie Paz wrapping up his God trilogy, which began back in 2022 with his Tortured in the Name of God's Unconditional Love album. But God Sent Vengeance contains 18 songs, clocking in at just over the hour mark. But with that being said, let me go ahead and just hit y'all with that track by track breakdown. The opener, a Buddha Dean intro, is just a clip of a speech that sounds a little satanic. It sounds a little Illuminati-esque, and that's kind of what you might expect on a Vinnie project, but I definitely found myself skipping over this. But the first actual song is Shepherd's Rod, and it's got a ghostly boom bap instrumental. The drums are really knocking, and Vinnie said, I had to slap a couple rappers. You stupid homie, you hustle backwards. You slippery over $100. Victory has 100 fathers. So yeah, altogether, hard-hitting but eerie first track. This is Two Nights Force, produced by Evidence, who laces Vinnie with what is the dopest instrumental on the project. It's got the expertly crafted soul chops, the ill vocal samples, and that head nodding quality. Yeah, it's just such a well-produced track, and clearly my favorite here. Track 4 is Bulldozer with Young Buck, and I found Young Buck to be a refreshing feature choice, something a little out of the ordinary. But this is a piano-heavy banger produced by Stu Bangers, who definitely came correct. And on this one, Vinnie and Young Buck are reminding us that they're still crazy, they're still violent, but they are still gonna make an effort to stay out of jail. There is what I would call a G-Unit styled hook from Vinnie, and you'll hear similar styled hooks on this project. But he has improved with his hook game over the years. Right after is House of David, which has another solid instrumental. You have the Late Night Murky Bells and a solid reggae-like hook that slapped. I almost could envision Joey Badass sounding good on this beat. As a feature, track 6 is Acid Teeth with Lord Goat, formerly known as Gore-Tex and Ill Bill. The three do get aggressive over this ominous, demented beat. The Gore-Tex feature was cool, but his flow didn't sound quite as crispy as I once remembered. But Ill Bill, on the other hand, seems to have gotten his old voice or his old flow back for the most part. Yeah, I mean, from this verse alone, I would love to see an Ill Bill solo project. What follows is Time Travel _O. It's a one-verse track that does come across as an interlude. You'll notice the glitchy off-kilter production, which was pretty solid. But right after is Megaton Swords with Capadonna. This is a highlight. You have a Wu-Tang-esque instrumental from Mighty Healthy, one that was very fitting for that sword slashing energy that these two brought, while calling out the sucker MCs. And Capadonna's voice and delivery sounds strong at the moment as well, something I did note on that recent Wu project. Next is Rafiki Books, and you have this flute-like beat that's colorful, it's flavorful, and the Ghostface vocal sample on the hook was a nice addition. Yeah, as a whole, cool wavy track. Following this is Perfect Enemy with C Lance on the boards, who supplies Vinnie with a spooky, mystical banger. Vinnie Paz has some chilling imagery. Blow the Doors Off, Roy DeMeo with a sawed off. So if you know anything about Roy DeMeo, then you would know Roy DeMeo with the sawed off is a scary sight. Track 11 is Battle Scars. It's a posse cut with some members of the Army of Pharaohs collective, and it's a complete bar fest, plain and simple, over a belligerent beat. I'd say Apathy and Self-Titled really went in. Track 12 is Chico's Bail Bonds, and what stood out with this one was the menacing Spanish guitar that brought a different flavor than the preceding tracks, and you have another sung G unit like hook from Vinnie. And just when you think it couldn't get any grimier, you have the All Guns Full Ammo with Onyx. C Lance comes through with a hostile string heavy beat that was fitting for the gun talk and the brutal subject matter from the three, but Sticky had a standout verse. Afterwards is Sacrificio de Muerta with Sick Jackin', and it's another well-produced track. You can't go wrong with a Prodigy vocal sample, and the murky, damp pianos. It's definitely got that raw basement vibe. What comes next is Heavy Chains, a track that offers a little bit of introspection, and it's backed by a gloomy boom bap beat and a harmonizing hook. Track 16 is Wings of Azrael with Napoleon the Legend, and it has a dope theatrical dramatic beat. The rare sounding vocal sample was fire, and Napoleon the Legend did his thing. Second to last song is Miles' War on Sparrows, and I could appreciate the old school yet futuristic twist to this beat. It was definitely gully, and Vinnie went in. The project comes to a close with Noise Drug with Boo Bronx and Recognize Ali, and with this one, it was hard to tell who had the grittiest voice. But I did enjoy this unsettling, nightmarish production. So overall, I'm gonna give this project a rating of 4 mics. It just might be my favorite out of the trilogy, although all 3 were pretty similar in quality. You know, to keep it a buck with Vinnie Paz albums, I don't focus too much on the bars or the quotables. It's more so about his voice. It's raw, authentic, and he has that gritty delivery that is captivating. That's the selling point, and also the production. And what I've enjoyed about recent Vinnie Paz projects was the strong production from front to back. I liked how, as an underground artist, he stays true to his traditional sound, but he'll also dabble in different sounds just enough, or he will have some unexpected features to balance things out and keep them a little interesting. And his production is never sleepy, thankfully. The man has a good ear for beats and has a knack for putting out quality solo material with little filler. My favorite tracks include Shepherd's Rod, Two Knights Force, Bulldozer, Head of David, Megaton, Swords, Rakifi Books, Perfect Enemy, Sacrificio, Wings of Azrael, and Miles' War on Sparrows. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. It's your boy Mixtape Moth. I am signing out, but as always, it's peace and blessings. Vinnie Paz, God sent vengeance, one.